Hey guys, before we get right into the video, I'm going to let you guys know this is my first time playing Lake of Voices, and so far I'm really loving it. It's a really good story. I really love the characters, the voice acting, the designs. Oh my god, the designs. The artwork is phenomenal. So I really hope you guys enjoy it as much as I have, and yeah, have fun. Hope you enjoy the video. Certain choices are oh fuck, I am horrible at those. Time running out isn't something to completely avoid. In some cases, not getting involved can open new possibilities. Other choices aren't timed. These options only determine whether Kika has any special affection for another character or not. I guess Kika is like the character that you're playing. If you survive until the second night, the story will branch into one of 5 different plot lines based on your earlier decisions. The other characters cannot manage all situations in the various plot lines, regardless of what you do. If a character isn't making it, try getting that plot with a different set of survivors, or having the same group of characters venture through some other storyline. Becoming closer to someone can add and or remove future choice options, and change how some scenes play out. Your decision to build that connection may not go unnoticed by the other characters. Earning the full amount of affection with certain characters can require getting into specific plot lines. Oh my. Okay. Okay. There we go. We're getting into it. My grip on my I already fucked up. My grip on my lantern tightens as the fog around us thickens. While the forests in this area are relatively safe compared to Sinlos, I can't help but feel my hair stand on end the further we get. My free hand fingers the hilt of my sword, something akin to a nervous reflex. Hey, at least we got a sword. That should protect us, right? Right?
Have you seen it before?
Voice acting, yes, I love it. I don't have to read everything aloud. Brunel, wait, is that Brunel? No, that's Bamel. I think that's an M. Okay, I'm blind. Bamel breaks the silence, either sensing my unease or assuaging his own. I hope it's the latter.
I haven't. I've had no reason to go near this cursed lake until now. What of you?
I didn't realize the main character would also be voice acted. Oh, hey Jamie, what's up? Alright, let's see. Bamil scratches his chin casually, as though I asked what his favorite food is.
I traveled a long way around it once before. Not so pleasant. Something about it just frays your nerves. Although, even being near it is enough.
Oh my. Is it bad? I kinda wanna go there. If it was real. So I'm not the only one who feels it. A sense of relief hits me, but not enough to undo the buzzing of anxiety. The lake, Sinlos. Most try their best to avoid it all their lives. The hundreds who die attempting to cross its unearthly black water, dragged to death by the creatures lurking within, aren't a secret.
No wonder you were assigned this mission.
Oh no. How did I bamboozle you? What? Hey Zai. Thank you, but not really. I really appreciated it though. There are a few who've had first-hand experience with the place, even if from a distance. He'll probably keep being picked whenever they need someone to cross, for however long he's with us. But Mel shrugs, bringing my attention back to the dark path before us. I'm not gonna lie, I really like his hair. I kinda wanna do my hair like that one day. Sorry, it's a little off topic, but I'm just now noticing. Okay, this isn't my fault this time. This isn't my fault. This is a character in the game. It's not me this time.
At least we're taking the bridge this time. It'll only take 2 days instead of double that, and the sooner this place is behind us, the better.
It would be preferable not to risk it. but time is of the essence. We don't really have a choice.
One of our allied villages, Hemer, is being harassed by brigadiers, a band of ruffians. We don't have many guards to send as an assist, only Bamel and myself. The least we can do is arrive before we are too late to be of any use. These kinds of squabbles happen often, but have to be put down lest they turn into a blood grudge or all-out war. The last we heard, neither option was that far off.
I can also see why they chose you to come out here.
I glance at Bamel, an eyebrow raised. A slight smile plays across his lips.
You're always so calm and so serious. Nothing can get to you. You're the best choice they had.
I wish that I could say that about myself. I mean, I'm serious most of the time, I think. Am I? I don't know. Alright, let's keep going. No, shush. Alright. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Hold on. So it's not... Hold on. I'm checking something real quick. Alright. I was checking for dropped frames. Sorry. I'm so self-conscious about that now. Okay. A smile now tugs at my own lips. I would like to thank him, but that wouldn't be so calm and serious as he just described. I mean, you can say thank you and still be calm and serious, right? Like, right, guys? Like, if you're calm and serious, doesn't mean you don't say thank you. I'm not wrong, right? And if that's how he sees me, I'd like to keep it that way. Oh. My lack of reaction only makes the smile grow, and he chuckles a bit before refocusing on the path. I do the same. It wouldn't be right to let my guard down in a place like this. Bamel appears to feel differently, however. Alright, so what I'm getting so far right now is there's not just voices in this lake. I was half expecting it to be like a ghost thing. I don't know. I probably should have read the description first, shouldn't I?
You know the town on the other side of the lake, though. It's not so similar to ours. If all goes well, perhaps we'll have enough time to enjoy the new area.
For the most part, I ignore him, nodding when applicable. Bamel is a talkative sort, and if chatting helps keep his worries down in his sword hand ready, I have no complaints. After a time, the thick fog surrounding us begins to clear. A slick wooden dock comes into view, and with it the sounds of water gently lapping at its sides. Bamel shifts beside me, stretching his lantern arm as far as it will go. He seems tense.
Someone's already here.
Oh no. Oh, she's pretty. I like her hair, and I really like how she's drawn. What the fuck? I can't get over that. I can't get over the art style. It's really pretty. Okay, let's keep going. A young woman stands by the dock, eyeing us warily. Does she intend to cross tonight? Evidently, she has the same question. As we step up next to her, it's clear she isn't
Margaret.
Oh wait, I didn't even read that. Wait, how do I... Oh, text history... Right. Oh, starts at the very top. Okay. Evidently she has the same question as we... The stranger nods curtly to us. Yeah, I just didn't read that part. Okay. I had to go back and read that part, sorry. So, Margaret...
Kika the Steadfast.
Oh wow, there's the Steadfast in there. I didn't know that.
Bamele. Hello?
Oh, I've been pronouncing his name wrong the whole time. It's Bamele. I've been pronouncing his name Bamel this whole time. It's Bamele. I feel dumb. Alright, let's go. There's a stuffy silence. Margaret turns to gaze out across the lake, expression unclear. With not much to say, but Bemele and I do the same. I don't like that sound. I was going to say that. From here, the black surface of the lake looks disarmingly calm. Hold on. I need to turn off Steam Overlay, don't I? I just realized I didn't do that. Wind rushes across its surface, a sound like whispering. Though perhaps it actually is whispering, I concentrate trying to place the difference, searching for breaks and rhythm. After a few seconds, I feel foolish. It doesn't matter what the noise is. Whether I hear them or not, we're not alone. The Nixie are out there. Nixie? At least I'm pronouncing this right, at the least. Out me swamp! Oh god, Shrek just comes out of nowhere. Just fucking steamrolls. Steamrolls us into the lake. I'm feeling that I can't quite I'm sorry. Now I'm just imagining Shrek coming out of the water like, get out me swamp! Okay. Let me stop. This is a horror game. I need to get serious. Oh god, that's not possible. But I'll try. A feeling that I can't quite shake tells me they've already noticed the little group of people on their shores. It feels hostile. My stomach sinks, and I instead address Bemele.
Where is the guide?
Unless he's on the center island, or on the complete other side, your guess is as good as mine. It's dark as pitch out there.
Panic rises inside me. Panic I try hard to quell. That sounds oddly poetic. Drink the lake water? I won't drink the lake water, but I'll drink some tea.
We can't cross without him, and we need to get going soon.
You can't cross with him either.
The woman behind us, Margaret, cuts in with something like a snort.
What?
I know the guide will be here tonight. I have already made arrangements with him to cross.
Bemele. Now I'm going to say Bemele. God damn it. The woman... Bemele and I share a look. The woman seems haughty and willing to put up a fuss.
I have his word he'll take me today. It would be wiser for the two of you to begin the trip around if you're really in such a hurry. Or you can make camp here and wait for him to make the trip back if you prefer.
Let's see. I don't need to turn my attention to Bemele to know he is riled up. I step in before you can say something rash. I cannot read today, apparently.
Even if that is so, my companion and I must begin the trip tonight.
Margaret is unimpressed and opens her mouth to argue further. I need help, guys.
We'll wait for the guide to arrive before coming to a conclusion about any of this.
She clamps her mouth shut, then lets out a sigh.
You can do as you like.
With the matter tentatively settled, I cannot talk. Bemele moves away. His finger begins to tap loudly against the top of his hilt. He shifts from one foot to another, then groans.
What's that bastard even up to?
He might be having dinner? Maybe? It seems like it's pretty late. He might be having dinner. Who knows? I almost visibly start, but manage to restrain myself. He probably doesn't know any better. I'm sure of that. It's not worth mentioning.
With a mouth like that, you shouldn't even have the right to ask the guide to take you across.
How ludicrous. He's faced far worse than a bit of foul language.
Do you know anything that's happened with this lake?
I know enough.
Are you sure about that? Margaret is clearly not convinced, but she shrugs and makes a show of turning her back to him.
The guide's father is Garvin the Exemplar. Garvin never accepted the guide as his son, all the way up until he died. in this lake. Your statement could be seen as tasteless.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, now you regret it. Bemele rubs the back of his neck, his face regretful.
My apologies to the guide. I didn't mean it that way. I never knew about his... well, that.
That. Oh my goodness. I simultaneously love and am unsure how to feel about this character specifically. A smile spreads across my face, one I quickly wipe away. He really did just misspeak. Aww. The silence slowly stretches between the three of us, growing more awkward with each passing second. Margaret seems irritated, and Bemele abashed. We'll forgive Bemi.
I know you. You are brash but not intentionally cruel. I'm sure all is well.
Bemele smiles and claps me on the back.
You're a good woman, Kika. Smart, too. You've never been here, yet you knew more of the guy than I did.
I know about Garvin, truthfully. Tales of his deeds were some of the only stories my parents ever told.
Is that so? You could tell me more about it sometime.
I pause, unsure how to respond to this type of request.
I would like that very much.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. It must wait until after this trip, though.
If we survive.
Of course. We should drop this topic sooner rather than later, in any case.
I agree.
Even if there's no harm meant, hearing someone mention Garvin is probably difficult for the guide, no matter what the circumstance. With the topic dropped, we each remain locked inside our own thoughts, not another word passing between us. Eventually, a small light appears on the bridge ahead, gently swaying through the foggy air. It gets closer and closer until it becomes apparent it's a figure carrying a lantern. That must be the guide, although I can't shake the ghostly aura it gives off. The figure steps onto the shore, but we wait for him to approach us instead of going to meet him. None of us are sure how close to the waters we can get before it is no longer safe. Oh, he looks pretty too! What? He looks pretty! I like his hair. He stops in front of us and simply stares. Hi. Oh, he has long eyelashes.
Are you the guide of
Goddamn.
Sinlos?
Are you the guide of Sinlos? I sure he said that. The man nods. He has a sharp face and weary eyes. I'd be tired too, not gonna lie. I'd be tired too.
Well, that's grand. We would like an escort across the lake.
Bemele motions to the two of us, sorry. And Margaret approaches, a strange smile on her face.
Hello, it's good to see you again. I'm ready to cross, as we've agreed upon.
The guide turns to face her as well, face remaining unchanged. It must not be a lie. He would have had to say something otherwise. She really does have preference to travel with him. That's a problem.
Is there a way we can all begin the trip tonight?
Yes, I will allow all three of you to go. But with that many, at least one will die before we reach the other side.
Oh, fuck. I hope it's not me.
You should go around.
Oh, wait, I didn't even read that. God damn it. Okay, give me a second. Down. There we go. I furrow my brow. It's a disturbing addendum, and one offered with little emotion attached. Bemele glares back, asking without asking what we're supposed to do in such circumstances. The sentence hangs in the air, in that the second half spoken, if you want to live.
We don't have time for that. There are people counting on us for protection. Why does she need to go?
Yeah, he said that so casually, like, oh, one of you is going to have to die, so I guess let's go.
I don't need to explain myself to you. My journey has already been put off once, and I was promised I could go today. I will be going under any circumstances.
She meets Bemilay's eyes with the gaze of steel. He starts to speak and she cuts in.
An extra day or two shouldn't be that much of a problem for you. Whoever you're meeting can surely wait such a tiny amount longer. Patience is a virtue, after all.
I would not say a day is a tiny... I wouldn't say that's tiny. Especially if like people are depending on them, that is not tiny.
The night is only so long, and if we're still on the bridges when the sun comes up, we'll all die as they sink back below the surface. If you don't decide soon, no one will be going.
The guide is dispassionate, stoic. I would almost feel something's wrong with him if I didn't share the trait myself. Bemilay pulls me to the side, jaw clenched tight.
That woman isn't armed.
His voice is low. He darts a glance at Margaret.
We can easily get her to back off if we make this into an actual fight. After all, we have to go tonight, yes? If one of us really is to die, it'll be her. Would staying be a worse fate than her death?
Oof. I stare at the dock, refusing to meet Bemilay's eyes. Trying to keep my voice as level as possible.
We don't know her situation. This isn't a decision we can make for her.
What?
Bemilay leans in closer, apparently having missed what I said. I remove the sympathy for her in my response when I speak again.
The guide won't accept something like that, I assume.
His face is grim.
Then what else do you have in mind?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay. Then what else do you have in mind?
First of all, you and I cannot split up. Either we both stay, or we both go.
Right. That's not a question.
I cross my arms, a hand on my chin. I have full confidence in my abilities, and in Bemilay's, but there's no reason not to believe the guide knows exactly what he's talking about. If we go, he might not be able to give the group the attention we each deserve. That would mean we truly would be putting Margaret's life at risk on top of our own. Oh shit. Ah!
And I believe you.
Probably going to die. Alright, let's hope I didn't make the wrong decision here. Bemilay's reply is firm. My steadfastness seems almost weak in comparison to its certainty. He addresses the guide.
We shouldn't waste more time. Let's shove off.
I really hope I didn't make the wrong decision here. The guide slowly turns around without even a nod to show his agreement. Margaret stares at Bemilay and me, something of a resolve in her gaze. Then she follows after the guide. At least she didn't insist we stay behind.
We should do what we can to protect her. It's our fault she's being put in even further danger.
Exactly my thoughts. We will take care of everything. Maybe I'm being naive, but I have no intentions of letting anyone fall victim to this lake tonight. Those monsters can starve.
I would hope they would starve. I smile at him for a change, and Bemilay eagerly smiles back.
We're lucky to have each other in this, I think.
Now I'm just imagining him as a goldfish cracker. We're lucky to have each other in this. Yes, we are. Hopefully. He turns to follow the others across. I will protect everyone on this trip. I will. We will make it through this. Then I step onto the dock and join them. Achievement unlocked? Begin. Alright, I guess I did do the right thing. I hope. A goldfish cracker? Yes, I now imagine him as a goldfish cracker. The snack that smells bad. Because he's a snack, and he smiled. Get it? That was so bad. I am so sorry. As soon as I step onto the wood, the temperature drops. The light of my lamp shines against the water's surface, as reflective as a mirror. Until we reach land again, death is only one small mistake away. We fall into line, with the guide leading the way. Margaret stays close to him, and I behind her. Watching to make sure she doesn't slip on the slick, wet wood. Bemilay brings up the rear. Each of us hold our lanterns in front of us, but it does little good. The fog is thick and nigh impenetrable, consuming the light as if hungry for it. I turned off the overlay. I don't know why it's still showing. Above the surface of the lake, it's deathly quiet. No longer is there the whispering wind nor the sound of water lapping against the shore. It's just our own mismatched footsteps and the sound of my quickened breathing. My eyes drift back to the lake against my better judgment. It's no wonder there's not even the sound of water, with how still the surface is. It seems almost sturdy, with the sheen of a black marble floor. I've heard rumors the water of Sinlos is heavier, more difficult to disturb than natural water. That just the weight of its oppressive cling is enough to keep someone down, even without them. Something even darker than the abyss of the lake flickers just below the surface. Or at least I think it does. I turn my gaze to Margaret's back. It's better to stay focused.
Fall back a bit. You're following me too closely.
The guide is looking over his shoulder, addressing Margaret.
I'm sorry.
If someone gets pulled into the lake, they'll instinctively reach for anything to hold on to. Do not let that be you.
Yeah, I don't think the guide would want to be pulled in. Margaret's shoulders rise, and she nods with great seriousness.
I understand. Thank you for the advice.
He ignores her gratitude.
You can speak amongst yourselves if you so choose, as long as you pay attention to where you're going. There is no worth in listening to the sounds out there. If there's anything at all, it'll only be Nixie trying to set you on edge.
All right. Then, could you tell us your name? You didn't have a chance to properly introduce yourself, and I've only heard you being referred to as the guide.
I don't have a name.
Oh. Guys, we should give him a name. He's facing the front again, his voice as expressionless as before. I have no way of guessing how he feels as he says this.
Oh.
It's probably not something he wishes to talk about. However, there was something else I wanted to say, so changing the subject is not difficult.
Margaret, thank you for allowing us to join you.
Margaret shrugs noncommittally.
It wasn't exactly up to me. The guide said he would take you.
She hesitates, then she looks tentatively over her shoulder at me.
But thank you for saying that. It's appreciated.
Oh.
Bemele and I will do our best to be an asset on this trip, rather than a burden.
That's nice. I'm not afraid to be out here, though. Still, at least with your training, you should be able to take care of yourselves.
It's comforting to know that everyone here is so confident in their abilities. Not enough to forget how terrible it feels to be over this lake. I am not sure if that is fortunate or unfortunate. Believing yourself to be secure doesn't mean that you are. I don't like that. I don't like that sound. As the conversation lulls, a new sound breaks through. It's the whispering noise again. It's the chatter of inhuman voices, and this time coming from all around us.
Taking care of yourself is exactly what you need to do.
The guide is speaking again, except louder, as if to cover the Nixie's voices with his own.
Work to survive at all costs, and hope that everyone around you has enough sense to do the same. That's the only way you'll make it to the other side.
I feel like this is, like, a metaphor for life, almost. Like, just, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Margaret nods in response, but I hear a grunt from behind me.
Groups tend to go further when they work together to achieve the same goal.
I mean, that's pretty true, too. The guy doesn't say anything in response to Bemele's grumbling either. I'm not sure whether he didn't hear Bemele, or whether he just didn't feel the statements made thus far are worthy of addressing. I have a feeling it's the latter. We go around a large bend in the bridge, part of it forking off to another way. I wonder how the guide knows which one of these essentially identical paths is correct. When something in the corner of my eye catches my attention.
I believe I saw something over there.
Keep walking. No need to worry.
The guide's voice is calm and level. I decide against pressing the issue, not wanting to set everyone even more on edge.
What did he say?
Perhaps not wanting the conversation to be caught by the guide, he speaks softly, though I couldn't quite hear him because of it. Oh god! I take my eyes off Margaret head for a moment to explain it to Bemele, and stop dead in my tracks. Only one word is able to escape me in my stunned state. What is that thing? I don't like it. Oh god.
Behind.
Behind Bemele stands another figure, looming in the darkness. Seeing my face, Bemele grabs the hilt of his sword. He looks around and staggers swiftly backwards. Several meters away, a crooked, twisted black figure hobbles its way towards us. Some kind of liquid drips off its head, curling around the edges of its face. It almost looks like it's crying. Go cry over there. Go cry away from us. Bemele backs up until he's standing beside me. The figure continues its slow advance, head jerking from one angle to another.
What on earth?
Oh.
It's one of them.
Oh.
Yes, Nixie that stumble across the bridges looking for opportunities.
I don't want to be one of those opportunities, thank you very much. The guide is standing next to us. I didn't even notice him approach.
The ones that can make it out of the water are generally referred to as Prowlers.
I had no idea things like that were out here. Is that what Kika saw down the other path?
The guide says nothing, instead returning to the front of the party. Margaret watches him pass. Her frustration morphs into nervous optimism when something seems to come to into her mind.
Nixie aren't slowed down much by swords, but at least the light keeps them away, right?
Margaret's hand grips her face tight, and desperation bleeds into her voice. I bite the inside of my lip.
Direct light will force it to return to the lake. However, it'll try to drag the light, or you, down with it before it goes.
Oh no. Don't want that. Instinctively, I reach for the hilt of my sword, despite the fact that it would do little to protect me. The Prowler is getting closer, jerking forward, stopping, then resuming its slow advance.
Okay. Does anyone have a light we can leave here? That way it won't follow us.
Only matches.
Bemele spits. He's the one bringing up the rear, so he's the most likely to be in danger if it keeps following. The guide, however, moves forward.
Don't forget it's there, don't let your guard down, and don't get left behind.
What? How am I supposed to keep walking with this thing at my heels? You said it wants to attack.
Don't give it the chance.
Bemele sputters in anger, and the guide summarily, I'm just gonna say it like that, ignores him. I solidly grip hold of Bemele's upper arm.
Here, I'll lead you like this, and you can keep your focus solely on the Prowler. Make sure it doesn't get too close.
Bemele eyes the guide with unresolved hostility, but allows himself to softly sigh in relief. He gazes at me with fondness.
At least there's someone I can count on.
Yes, you can indeed count on me. Despite the fact I'm going against his advice, the guide says nothing more. It's clear now that he doesn't give a damn what we end up doing. Some part of me is glad for that. I want to help everyone make it through, and it would be worse to have to persuade the guide every time help was necessary.
Kika, thank you.
Bemele places a gentle hand on my shoulder. I feel Bemele start as I reciprocate his touch, but just as quickly a smile replaces his shock. The moment is pleasant, a small balm against a large burn. I hurry my expression, and Bemele follows suit. Is he blushing? Is he blushing? Oh, that's cute. Oh. He moves his free arm down. I fully link his arm with mine, and now properly settled, look forward. Margaret is following the guide with some reluctance, turning back every so often to check on us. I wave my lantern to signal we're catching up. Margaret turns her head to the front and quickens her pace. With a tug on Bemele, we start to follow them. And that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of Lake of Voices. Look out for the second one coming out soon. I did finish these 2 parts on stream. So I will put the link to my Twitch below. It is in my card. If you want to catch any of my live streams. I live stream art and whatever games I feel like playing at the time, pretty much. So I really hope to see you guys there. Also, if you liked the video, please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do, and yeah. Hope to see you next time. Bye!